Assalamualaikum and good day to everyone. Special to you, ma'am. So my topic that I was assigned is the article 1250, 1251, and 1252. So the first articles is the 1250 of the Civil Code of the Philippine States. Article 1250, in case an extraordinary inflation or deflation, inflation is increase of the currency of the money or yung biglang pagtaas ng halaga ng pera, and deflation is biglang pagbaba ng currency or halaga ng pera. Yun yung inflation and deflation of the currency stipulated should supervene the value of the currency at the time of the establishment of the obligation should be the basis of the payment unless there is an agreement to the contrary. So here's the meaning of this article. So when we say extraordinary inflation or deflation, this refers to an extreme and unusual increase or inflation or decrease or deflation in the value of money. It must be more than the normal fluctuation in currency value, something exceptional or abnormal. So the currency stipulated, this is usually refers to the currency agreed upon the parties when the obligation like a loan or payment was created. And the value at the time of the establishment, if such an inflation or deflation occur, the original value of the currency when the contract or obligation was made will be used as the basis of the payment, not its current value during the inflation or deflation. So, yun nga, nakadepende dun sa kontrata nila kung bigla bang bababa or tataas yung currency ng pera, kung ano yung halaga na pwede niyang mabayaran. Nakadepende dun sa kontrata nila. Kung sinabing kung bababa or tataas yung halaga ng pera, ganun pa rin yung babayaran nyo. So, nakadepende dun sa kontrata. So, unless the agree otherwise, the parties can agree in the contract that payment will be based on the value of the currency at the time of the payment or some other basis. If they have such a clause, that agreement will be honored. So example is if someone lent 100,000 in 2020 and by 2025 the currency has undergone extraordinary inflation or pagtaas ng halaga ng pera, which is 100,000 in 2025 buys only as much as 2,000 did in 2020. So, the debtor cannot simply pay 100,000 in 2025 pesos unless the contract say otherwise. So, yun nga, nakadepende dun sa kontrata kung bang biglang tataas or bababa yung currency ng pera, ganun pa rin yung babayaran. So, nakadepende dun sa both parties. So, the creditor is entitled to be paid the value equivalent to 100,000 in 2020, adjusted to match its worth in the inflation economy. So, yun nga, yung inflation, ang example ng inflation, if bread cost 50 last year and now it costs 70, that is inflation, biglang pagtaas ng currency ng pera. And the deflation, ang example is, if a shirt used to cost 500 and now it's only 400, that could be deflation. So, yung deflation nga is, biglang pagbaba ng currency ng pera. So, next article. The next article is the Article 1251, the place of payment. Article 1251, the general payment must be made at the place stated in the obligation. So, kung ano yung napag-usapan na place, kung saan siya magbabayad, dun siya obligadong magbayad sa lugar na yon. So, if the contract or agreement say where the payment should be met, that where it has to be happen. So, kung saan yung napag-usapan na lugar, dun dapat mangyayari yung obligation. If there is no specific place mentioned, if there is no specific place mentioned, if the obligation is to deliver determinate, which is specific things, like a particular car or piece of land, payment must be made where the thing was when the obligation was created. In all other hand, cases like money, the payment must be made at the domicile, residence, or business address of the debtor. And like for example, another is change of the domicile by debtor. If the debtor moved to different place in bad faith, so to avoid payment or cause delay, or after he is already late in paying, then he must shoulder the extra expenses because of what he's doing. Yun nga, yung pag-avoid niya or pag-iwas niya sa pagbayad sa kanyang utang, pwede siyang makabayad ng more extra expenses sa ginawa niyang pag-move. So like additionally delivered or transport cost. So these articles, the importance of these articles, this rule do not affect the venue, location, or filing location, which is covered by the rule of court. The place of payment and the place where the keys can be filled are two different. So there is the application of payment. Yun yung subsection 1, application of payment. Next is subsection 1, application of payment, the article 1252, choosing which debt to pay. So this article is when a debtor owes a several debt to one creditor. If a person, the debtor, owes a several debt of the same kind, example, multiple loan or money obligation to one creditor, the debtor has the right to choose which debt he is paying at the time of payment. Yun nga, pag yung sa debtor is nakailang ulit siya nag-utang dun kay creditor, may karapatan si creditor mamili kung saan dun sa utang niya ang kanyang babayaran. So, example, if you owe someone 5,000 from January and another 10,000 from March, and you're paying 5,000 now, you can see this is the January debt. Yun nga, may karapatan si creditor mamili kung saan doon ang babayaran ni debtor. So, limit of this rule, the debtor cannot choose to apply the payment to debt that are not yet due unless the creditor agree. Stipulation or the debt was made for the benefit of the debtor with due date, a term, and the debtor wants to pay. Yun nga, nakadepende kung magiging benefit ni debtor yung pagbili ni creditor dun sa kung saan doon ang babayaran niya. So, si creditor received the application. If the creditor issue a receipt showing that the payment was applied to a specific debt and the debtor accept it without objection, the debtor cannot later complain about where the payment went unless there is a legal reason to cancel or invalidating agreement like fraud or mistake. So, the debtor right to choose which debt is paid, but only for due debt. Creditor can choose if the debtor stays silent and accept the receipt. Agreement or illegal exemption can change the normal rules. So, requisite of the application of payment. So, the requisite of application of payment, there is a 4. There must be one debtor and one creditor. Means only one person owing and one person being owed. Number 2, there must be 2 or more debt. The debtor owe more than one obligation to the creditor. The debt must be of the same kind. Usually these are monetary debt, but any kind of the same species obligation, example, rice, oil, or apply. Number 4 is the debt to which payment is applied must be due. The debt must be already payable unless there is an agreement of the debtor is allowed to pay early as per Article 1252. So, the application of payment debt not yet due, whereas there is a stipulation. Agreement that allows the debtor to apply payment to debt not yet due. This must be expressly agreed upon the both parties. So, number 2 is the period due date. When set of the benefit of the party making the application, either the debtor or the creditor. In this case, the party for whose benefit the term was given can choose to waive the benefit and apply the payment early.